What's up, everyone? Welcome to Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to talk about Massachusetts hockey being back on the upswing after a decade-long lull in terms of producing top prospects. Obviously you go back to the early 90s, you had Roenick and Amani, in their primes. Keith Tkachuk leading the league in goal scoring, putting up 200 penalty minutes. Kevin Stevens winning Stanley Cups with the Pittsburgh Penguins. And, Massachusetts hockey being at an all-time high in terms of NHL players. And then, for about 10 years, it was, next to no one. And, these last couple drafts, looking at the first-round picks, Kevin Hayes, Chris Kreider, Charlie Coyle, Kreider coming up from BC in the playing for the Rangers in the playoffs, scoring 5 goals in 18 games for the Rangers. And, then you look at Charlie Coyle having 34 points in 17 games with the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League playoffs last year, winning the Guy Lafleur Trophy as the playoff MVP of the Q. And Jimmy Hayes playing 31 games for the Blackhawks last year. Those are 3 guys under the age of 23, all with bright futures in the NHL. And you look at this past draft, Sam Kerr out of St. John's Prep going in the 2nd round, Jimmy Vesey from the South Shore Kings going in the 3rd round, Matt Gersler, development team, Belmont Hill, Charlestown, Mass, going in the 3rd round. So, the prospects are on the upswing. It's a matter of those guys turning into quality NHL players, and I think they will. I think Minnesota's, the state of hockey. Ooh. But last time I checked, the Frozen Four, team of predominantly Massachusetts kids beat the University of Minnesota, not only bad, but pretty handily, And, BC does have a lot of quality players from outside of Massachusetts, but when you have that many great quality college hockey programs in the same state, BU, BC, all different local programs, even UMass will go in the NCAA tournament this year, Merrimack's been on the upswing. That's what's going to happen. Your talent pool's going to spread out. We're supposed to Minnesota. They're all either Minnesota or North Dakota. But, BC handled Minnesota real handily. Chris Kreider, like I said, leading BC and then going up and playing, on Broadway in the playoffs in a pressure-packed atmosphere, not looking out of place for a second. And, that's a testament to how good of a player Chris Kreider is and how far Massachusetts hockey has come. I look for Kreider to score 30 goals next year for the Rangers. I think he can. I think he will, especially with Gaborik being out for the first part of the season. I look for Charlie Coyle to play, 50 games for the Wild next year. I think he'll be up and down between Houston and Minnesota, but I think he'll definitely play, 45, 50 games with Minnesota. I look for Jimmy Hayes to, play 50 games with the Blackhawks next year. Hopefully put that hit from behind in his rear view. And then, you look at some of the other top players out of Massachusetts. Look for friend of the show and former Catholic Memorial standout Garrett Noonan to have a big impact at BU this year and really stepped up a notch after tying for the NCAA lead and defenseman goal scoring, to Justin Schultz. So, I think it's all there. It's going to be a great run for Mass hockey, and I think it's only a matter of 2 or 3 years before we're back on top in that same category, and not only in the same conversation as Minnesota or Michigan, but better than. Michigan right now, I'd say definitely is the best talent pool in the NHL. When you look at Kessler, I know he's a head case with Tim Thomas, Ryan Miller, with guys like that. Michigan, I'd say definitely right now has the best NHL players out of their state, out of anywhere right now. So we'll see how it all works out. I think Massachusetts will, the 3 M's, Minnesota, Michigan, Massachusetts, New York. And then, you look at I did the whole thing on the Sun Belt states producing quality players. But I think the Bay State should be at the top, and I will be at the top in due time. That's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ on the renaissance of Massachusetts hockey. Stay tuned for more episodes throughout the off season and beyond. Later, guys.